In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. A friend of mine, a friend of ours, who lived and worked in Korea for few years, while we were sitting amongst few other friends, he said that I shall serve you lunch today, though it is going to be very simple, and a Korean omelette is what I shall bring from my home, and plus the chapatis, etc. We will eat together. The people sitting there, we were happy, or at least we were somewhat curious what this Korean omelette is going to be. At lunchtime, we brought, we ate, enjoyed, and appreciated. He then told, this omelette is not a part of the Korean cuisine at all, not a part of Korean culinary at all. Rather, when I was living there in the Korea along few of my friends, we used to cook at home at the residence. And this Korean omelette, because of our own convenience, because of our own ease, we used to make it off and on. And once we have returned from Korea, then I started calling it a Korean omelette, although we still do it at our home here in Pakistan. So the purpose of this talk is that the title, the image, the caption we give to something matters, and matters really. Whatever caption have we given to something, it really matters. Heading, title, name, it really matters. We are often found thinking, talking. We think a lot actually. The commoner living in Pakistan, even those who are not the commoners, we people think a lot because there are so many things which are called by us as problems, as troubles, as nuisances. There are enough number of things like this one. We do talk about it off and on, but we think a lot. We people in Pakistan, we think a lot about it. We talk to our loved ones who are very close to us, like spouses. Every time we are found thinking about it, we don't feel good at all. Every time we are found thinking about it, we don't feel good at all. Why? Because we do call it a problem, because we do call it an irritant or a nuisance, because we do call it as a trouble, as something which is quite unpleasant. That is why we don't feel good at all. Not only that we don't feel good at all, rather, the problem solving become difficult as well. The problem solving becomes difficult as well. That is why, that is why it is very necessary, really necessary, to change its caption, to change its title. Psychologists say that if we give it the name and the caption and the title, the image, of an opportunity. Why not to call it an opportunity? I'm not saying this, psychologists say this, renowned psychologists say this. Our physiology will change instantly. But not only that, we do have to say it, we have to change the caption. Rather, we do have to start believing in it as well. We do have to start believing in it as well. Dear friends and fellows in Pakistan, we do have to start believing in it as well. Once we do start believing in it, the things will really change. The things cannot remain the same at all. It is giving it a new caption, a new title, a new image, a new name, and not only this, rather we need to believe in it. Renaming it is easy, but replacing it in the mind, it takes time and it takes consistent amount of effort before it becomes ours. But it is worth doing that. It is worth doing. It is worth making the struggle. It is worth making every effort. It's not useless at all. It's not useless at all. It's very useful. On the one hand, we stop becoming unhappy, disturbed, absent minded. No, very much present minded. On the other hand, we can do it with the relatively lesser amount of effort and struggle. We can do it with a relatively lesser amount of struggle and effort in it. It will become feasible, it will become possible, which was earlier considered as something very difficult. Now it is not very difficult at all. Now there are, on the one hand, we will exert far lesser effort to tackle it. On the other hand, it will become feasible, possible. There are much better chances that we will succeed in doing that. Thank you.